you could think like, oh, what are the things that I stand for? What does the future that I want to fight for look like? And if you're excluding people from it, then I think you should start by questioning why you're doing that. I almost didn't make this video because I thought it would be attention seeking, but I realized that I want to talk about stuff. So I wrecked my car a couple nights ago, driving on I-5 and the ice. My neck hurts and my body's sore, but I'm okay, and Brady's okay. He's here. We're cuddling. But I, like, emotionally am so not okay, which is not what I expected, and which is why I now need to make a video, because I want to talk about two things. The first being advice from my grandma: don't risk your life driving if your life is not in danger by staying where you are. And that makes sense. It's like common sense. Like, yeah, duh. I would have totally not listened to it before. But now I'm like, yeah, because I had to call my mom and my dad at 2 in the morning and, like, tell them that I wrecked my car and that I was okay. But, you know, like, when your parents are far away, it doesn't help that I wasn't hurt. It was like they couldn't do anything. And then, like, calling my grandma the next day, and my whole family is always super concerned for me, and they're always, like, telling me to be safe and giving me skills and advice and wisdom and tools, and yeah. It was like, I don't want to, Now, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna risk my life, if I'm okay, not risking my life. So, that's the first thing. Clearly, I don't know if it's clearly, I'm on the verge of tears, which I feel like is really stupid, but also not, because, like, I'm really emotional. Yeah. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is, like, bigger. I need everyone to spread more love in the world, which sounds very, like, vague and cheesy and stupid. It's really easy to be hateful and fearful and see something that we don't understand or that we hear lies about and to shut down and shut it out. Like, that's a cop-out. And the better world that I'm fighting for, like, that future is for every single person. And so if you think that we're gonna make a world and only some people are invited, we're not on the same side. If you're stuck in the world that we are and you're saying, like, it doesn't work for some people, like, that's okay. That just probably means that the world needs to go, because, like, those people exist for a reason. We don't get to turn our backs on each other anymore. I hate that. That's really fucking dumb. Like, it doesn't feel good to be bullied, and, like, it doesn't feel good to do that on a massive level. And so, yeah, I'm kind of talking about people that want to, like, kick people out of our country and shut down our borders and, like, profile people and say that people don't have the right to chase their dreams. And I know that a lot of this is laced in a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of lies and stuff like that. So, like, I guess the first step to living a life of love is to check your facts and where your statistics are coming from. Or maybe just acknowledge that, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you just read a thing from a meme on Facebook, you might not know what you're talking about. And that's okay. You don't always have to know what you're talking about. Like, there's so many things in the world. But then you should probably just not talk, you know? The world is a really hard place, and everybody's just trying really hard to make it. They're all pursuing their own happiness. They're on, like, the pursuit of happiness that's, like, in the Constitution of the United States. That's the Constitution I'm referencing, just in case you're, like, in a different country. And I, like, fundamentally believe that everybody should pursue their happiness, like, whatever the fuck that is. And unless someone is stopping someone else's pursuit of happiness, we need to let everyone just, like, live their lives. Like, murderers shouldn't murder people because, like, they're stopping other people from being happy. But, like, The world is such a beautiful, diverse place. Like, Earth is really, it's wild. It's a wild place. It's just like really crazy. And like, we don't have to compete against each other. Like, I'm not competing with other people on YouTube to get more views, and it's not just because I don't get that many views, it's also because I don't have to. Like, YouTube is big enough for everyone. Like, not everyone wants to watch me, and I'm totally chill with that. And like, not everyone wants to watch other people. Some people want to watch me, and that's totally cool. As Casey Musgrave said, you can't be everybody's cup of tea. Some like it black, some like it green. And like, some like both. And some like don't like tea at all. So, you know, it's chill. Live a life of love. If you want to know what that means for you, it probably should start with some reflection. I think for a lot of people, it should just start with some reflection. You don't even have to tell people you're doing it. It's really great. You could just do it in your head. It's probably more effective if you write it down. But basically, how it can start is like, you could think like, oh, what are the things that I stand for? What does the future that I want to fight for look like? And if you're excluding people from it, then I think you should start by questioning why you're doing that. People often say that like negative acts are a cry for help. And I think that that's true. In my experience, that has been true. And sometimes it's hard to unpack why, because we have to step out of our own lives. Because we'd be like, I would never do that. You didn't experience what that person experienced, so then you didn't do the thing that they did. But that doesn't mean that like their life didn't happen, you know? Like, just because you didn't experience extreme poverty and it led you to a life of crime and or stealing things, like, that doesn't mean that that person's life of poverty didn't lead them to that, you know? Like, people have other lives. It's pretty interesting, actually. So yeah, I just wanted to pull my thoughts together and share them with you and let you know that if you're not inviting everyone to the future, then I'm gonna hold your invitation to my future, and we should sit down, because I think that your negative act is a cry for help, and I think that we should, like, you know, have a conversation about how to get you to a place where you're not being a mean person. And I think that we can get you there. I think we can get you to a place of love and understanding and seeing how everyone is invited. So yeah, don't forget that I really want you all to donate, and even though life is like crazy, I'm still going to call people and ask you to donate. You can go to studentsdivest.nationbuilder.com/JP Northwest, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!